P.S. Bonnie Richardson Lake, Director of the Department of Youth and Culture, distinguished guests, mentors, volunteers, partners, stakeholders, members of the Department of Youth and Culture, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of the National Mentorship and Volunteerism Program, the Department of Youth and Culture, I warmly welcome you to our appreciation cocktail under the theme, Rebuilding Futures, Rebranding Impact, One Mentor, One Volunteer, One Life at a Time. This evening, we gather not only to celebrate our mentors and volunteers, but to honor their dedication, service, and commitment to those who continue to invest in the lives of our young people and communities. Your contributions have helped transform lives, inspire hope, and strengthen communities across Anguilla. Thank you for joining us for this special occasion. To invoke God's blessings upon this evening's proceedings, I invite Mr. Denroy Gomes, the chaplain of the Anguilla Youth Parliament, to lead us in prayer. Let's all stand.
A pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please bow your heads for prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Your kingdom come, your will be done. Father, this evening we count it a privilege to be gathered together in this room. Thank you for gracing able bodies with a passion and burden for mentorship. Thank you for the able persons that are selfless enough to volunteer their time, energy, and efforts. And as we celebrate such persons this evening, I ask that your grace and your mercies continue to be upon them and be upon this event tonight. Thank you for the vision of the Mentorship and Volunteerism Program and the continued work of the Department of Youth and Culture. Let everything be done according to your purpose and plan this evening. In Jesus' precious name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Gomes, for blessing this evening's proceedings. Please remain standing as we honor our nation with the national anthems. Thank you. You may be seated. I am Ms. Janelle Anthony, the Senior Program Officer in the Youth Affairs Division, Department of Youth and Culture, and I will chair this evening's proceedings. With me, my team, Mrs. Jocelyn Mills, Program Officer, and Ms. LaShawna Gomes, Program Assistant. If you look around the room, you will notice persons from various aspects of our community. We have persons from our main youth organizations, community centers and community organizations, youth organizations, church and church organizations, sport and sport organizations, the fishing community, the boat racing community, student councils, government departments and agencies, including the Royal Anguilla Police Force, and the teachers. And that's the foundation for mentors and volunteers in Anguilla. Let's give ourselves a round of applause for showing up. June is recognized as Mentorship and Volunteerism Month. This year, the Department of Youth and Culture has taken a strategic step beyond the traditional activities by embarking on a comprehensive rebranding and strengthening of the National Mentorship and Volunteerism Program. Under the theme, Rebuilding Futures, Rebranding Impact, One Mentor, One Volunteer, One Life at a Time. The department's objective is to align the program more closely with its youth development mandate while establishing a structured framework that extends its impact beyond departmental initiatives to achieve national reach and relevance. Through the introduction of formalized protocols, strengthened partnerships, and enhanced program standards, the rebranding initiative seeks to create a sustainable platform for mentorship and volunteerism that empowers individuals, strengthens communities, and contributes to national development. This transformation reflects the department's commitment to ensuring that mentorship and volunteerism remain effective tools for building positive relationships, fostering civic engagement, and creating meaningful opportunities for personal and community growth across Anguilla. Tonight is therefore, or this evening, is therefore a time for gratitude and recognition. It is an opportunity for us to pause and acknowledge the remarkable individuals who generously give their time, talents, wisdom, and support to uplift others and strengthen our communities. Being a mentor and volunteer are among the most powerful expressions of service. They create pathways for growth, inspire confidence, foster belonging, and help shape the future of our young people and our nation. Whether through a formal mentoring relationship or a simple act of service, mentors and volunteers have made a meaningful difference in the lives of others if we look at ourselves and around the room. We have all served as mentors and volunteers in our communities, our families, and our workplaces. This evening is particularly significant as the Department of Youth and Culture embarks on an exciting journey of rebranding our mentorship and volunteerism program. This rebranding reflects our commitment to strengthening the program, expanding its reach, and ensuring that it continues to meet the evolving needs of our young people and communities. As we look towards this new chapter, we are inspired by the strong foundation that has been built through the dedication and passion of our mentors and volunteers around Anguilla. We also wish to recognize that mentorship and volunteerism happen in many forms and in many places. This evening, we extend our heartfelt thanks to the countless mentors and volunteers throughout the Anguillian community who guide, encourage, support, every day. To the educators who nurture minds and inspire lifelong learning, to the coaches and sports leaders who teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience, to the police who serve as role models, guiding young people through community engagement and volunteering their time and expertise to promote safety, leadership, and responsible citizens, to our church community who provide spiritual guidance and moral support, to our community leaders in every area of the community who dedicate themselves to service and development, and to the many individuals who quietly mentor and volunteer, their families, neighbors, colleagues, and young people, we celebrate you. Your contributions often go beyond what is seen or measured. Through your example, your encouragement, your willingness to invest in others, you help build our nation stronger, more caring, and more resilient. This evening, we gather not only to thank you for what you have done, but also to celebrate the impact you continue to make. We are grateful for your commitment and generosity and your belief in the potential of others. Thank you for joining us this evening. We hope you enjoy the fellowship and the celebration and the recognition you so richly deserve. Welcome and enjoy. Our first speaker has been a steadfast advocate for the Department of Youth and Culture, Youth Development, and Community Empowerment. Please join me in welcoming our Permanent Secretary, Dr. Bonnie Richardson-Lake, as she delivers brief remarks.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thanks to all of you. It's a pleasure to join you all as we recognize and celebrate mentors and volunteers who have generously contributed time, knowledge, and energy to the mentorship and volunteer program. Mentorship and volunteerism are powerful expressions of service. Through your guidance, encouragement, and example, you've helped young people to build confidence, develop new skills, and recognize their own potential. Very often, a listening ear, a word of reassurance, or presence of a positive role model can make a lasting difference in the lives of a young person. Your contribution extends beyond individuals you support. By investing in our young people, you are strengthening families, communities, and by extension, the future of Anguilla. You demonstrate that meaningful change is achieved when citizens are willing to share their talents and accept responsibility for the development of others. On behalf of the Ministry of Social Development and Education, I extend sincere appreciation to every mentor and volunteer. Thank you for your patience, your commitment, and your willingness to serve. We also commend the Department of Youth and Culture for creating and coordinating important programs and for continuing to provide opportunities for meaningful youth engagement. Tonight is an opportunity to celebrate and to acknowledge the value of your service. I encourage you to remain committed to this work and to continue inspiring others to become mentors and volunteers. Your guidance, time, and dedication are making a lasting difference. Thank you for being the change, and please enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Richardson-Lake, for your continued leadership and support. As we embrace a renewed vision for impact and growth, it is fitting that we hear more about the evolution of the National Mentorship and Volunteerism Program. Please welcome Mrs. Jocelyn Mills, who will provide an overview of the program's rebranding.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us as we and thank you for joining us as we unveil an exciting new chapter for youth and community development in Anguilla. Tonight, we introduce the reimagined National Mentorship and Volunteerism Program under the theme Rebuilding Futures, Rebranding Impact, One Mentor, One Volunteer, One Life at a Time. This initiative reflects our commitment to strengthening the culture of service, leadership, and personal development throughout our island. The National Mentorship and Volunteerism Program has been designed to strengthen mentorship and volunteerism across Anguilla through a more structured, formal, and sustainable framework. Our objectives are to support youth and community development, standardize engagement systems, promote civic responsibility, and create opportunities for meaningful participation. By bringing together mentors, volunteers, organizations, and community stakeholders, we aim to create a national movement that empowers people and strengthens communities. This means that we are no longer only focusing on the department's programs, but instead on all areas in Anguilla that provides mentorship and enlists volunteers for nation building. Our vision then becomes simple but powerful. A strong Anguilla where mentorship and volunteerism transform lives. To achieve this vision, we are focused on several key points. Empowering our youth with guidance and support, developing certified mentors and volunteers equipped with the skills to serve effectively, building stronger and more connected communities, and increasing civic engagement and participation across all sectors of society. These outcomes represent not only program goals, but national aspirations. The Department of Youth and Culture will serve as the lead agency for this initiative. Our responsibilities include providing strategic leadership and policy direction, overseeing program design and implementation, coordinating partnerships, and ensuring quality training and capacity building. In partnership with DITES, we will also lead the program's digital transformation through the development of a comprehensive management system. Additionally, we will be responsible for monitoring, evaluation, communication, branding, and national coordination. Now we will look at the process we will be undertaking as we rebrand the mentorship and volunteerism program. The first phase focused on building a strong foundation. This includes conducting public consultations and surveys to gather stakeholder input, establishing the National Mentorship and Volunteerism Council, developing standards and guidelines, and create a digital management database with DITES. This phase ensures that the program is informed by the community and built on best practices. This program cannot succeed without collaboration. We will engage stakeholders across government, education, the Royal Anguilla Police Force, youth organizations, community groups, churches, sport clubs, non-government organizations, the private sector, and safeguarding agencies. Every stakeholder has a role to play in creating opportunities for young people and strengthening our communities. So together we can build a program that truly reflects the needs and aspirations of Anguilla. Once the foundation is established, we move into implementation. This phase will involve recruiting and screening mentors and volunteers, delivering training and certification programs, matching mentors with mentees, and coordinating volunteer placements and testing the digital system. The focus here is on ensuring quality, accountability, and meaningful engagement. The final phase in the national rollout. At this stage, the program will expand across the island, integrating with institutions, schools, community organizations, and private sector partners. Recruitment efforts will increase, governance systems will be fully operational, and the program will become a sustainable national platform for mentorship and volunteerism. The governance framework is designed to ensure accountability, transparency, and effectiveness. The National Mentorship and Volunteerism Council will provide strategic oversight. The Department of Youth and Culture will lead implementation and coordination. DICE will support digital systems development, while community organizations and private sector partners will contribute expertise, resources, and opportunities. This collaborative structure ensures shared ownership and long-term sustainability. To ensure the program delivers measurable impact, we will monitor several key indicators. For volunteerism, we will track volunteer registrations and service hours. For mentorship, we will measure mentor participation and active mentoring matches. More importantly, we will assess broader outcomes such as civic engagement, youth employment, personal development, and social cohesion. Our goal is not simply participation, but lasting positive change. So as we conclude, I would like to thank the many mentors and volunteers who already serve throughout Anguilla. Whether you are an educator, police officer, a coach, church leader, community advocate, youth worker, business professional, or simply someone who chooses to invest in others, your contributions matter. This rebranding is not just about a new program. It is about creating a national culture where service, leadership, and mentorship become pathways to transformation. Together, we can rebuild futures, strengthen communities, and create opportunities for generations to come. Thank you for your commitment, your partnership, and your belief in the power of giving back. Let us continue to make an impact, one mentor, one volunteer, one life at a time.
Seems like Miss Mills is even shorter than me. Thank you, Mrs. Mills, for sharing this exciting vision for the future of the National Mentorship and Volunteerism Program. This evening would not be complete without acknowledging our mentors and volunteers who have been making a difference in the lives of our young people and communities. As each tribute is announced, we invite representatives to come forward, and we have just about a minute or two per tribute. The first youth organization is the Anguilla National Youth Council.
So I might have gotten what I was supposed to do a bit wrong, but I'll still try. Good was good like that. Vice deep and travel. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Anguilla National Youth Council, I am honored to have the opportunity to speak with you today about two things that have had a tremendous impact on my life: mentoring and volunteering. And I failed to introduce myself. I am Amanda Richardson, the current president of the Anguilla National Youth Council. Volunteering and mentoring are two of the most powerful ways we can make a difference in the lives of others. They do not require wealth, status, or special talents. All they require is a willingness to give your time, share your experience, and help someone else along their journey. For me, volunteering and mentoring are not just things I do. They are a part of who I am and have helped shape the person I have become. I firmly believe that every great mentor first had a great mentor themselves. None of us develop our values, leadership skills, or character entirely on our own. Along the way, there are people who guide us, challenge us, and help us become the best versions of ourselves. I have been fortunate to have several mentors who have done this exactly. The first person I would like to mention is Neil Gomes, the current advisor to Anguilla National Youth Council and the president before me. Neil has always been someone I could turn to for guidance. In fact, I often joke that I had my first beer with him. More importantly, he has always been there for me when I needed advice. I remember being in the Bahamas during a particularly challenging experience and calling him for guidance. As he always says when I call him for guidance, Amani, you take things way too seriously. Enjoy the experience and have fun. Those simple words have helped me more times than he probably even knows. My second mentor is the Honorable Joseph Vanterpool. Through his leadership and commitment to serving others, he has shown me the importance of giving back to your community. Watching his dedication to youth development and national service, he has inspired me to take on leadership roles and use whatever platform I have to make a positive impact. Finally, and most importantly, my greatest mentor is my mother. She is a teacher, and she has taught me the value of service long before I even understood what volunteering was. My earliest memory is sitting in the back of my mother's Jeep as she drove students home after school. Not one or two students, but sometimes up to 8 or 10 children from all different parts of Anguilla. At this time, I thought that was normal. Looking back now, I realized what I was witnessing was a selfless service. She wasn't doing it for recognition or reward. She was simply helping because she cared. That memory explains why I chose to volunteer. In many ways, it is also the same reason I myself became a teacher. I grew up watching someone dedicate her life to helping young people, and that example stayed with me. It taught me that the greatest impact I can often give comes through simple acts of kindness and service. I mentor and volunteer because helping people brings me genuine joy. There is something special about about seeing someone gain confidence, overcome a challenge, achieve a goal, or simply realize that someone believes in them. Whether it is through teaching, youth work, community service, or simply offering advice, I find fulfillment in helping others reach their potential. Volunteering and mentoring are investments in people. When we give our time to someone else, we are planting seeds that may continue to grow long after we are gone. I am standing here today because others invested in me, and I feel a responsibility to do the same to the next generation. So, as we celebrate the importance of volunteering and mentoring, I encourage each of you to find ways to serve others. Be willing to share your knowledge, offer encouragement, and lend a helping hand. You never know whose life you may change, or who you may one day say that you were the mentor who helped shape their future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Amani Richardson from the Anguilla National Youth Council. I will now call upon National Youth Ambassador Corps members to pay their tribute.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shantae Maynard, and I am honored to be here this evening representing the National Youth Ambassador Corps. I would like to thank the Department of Youth and Culture for bringing us together to celebrate Mentorship and Volunteerism Month, and to recognize those dedicated to continuously impact lives across Anguilla. When we speak about mentorship, we often focus on the achievements of those being mentored. But what is sometimes overlooked is the lasting impact of those who invest their time, wisdom, and beliefs in others long before the success is visible. For me, mentorship is deeply personal. In 2022, during my journey in the Miss Talented Teen pageant, I had the privileges of being supported by an incredible team, including Merlin Rogers and Miss Elena Carty. Miss Carty was my art teacher from first form through sixth form and played a significant role in my growth as a young person. They challenged me to think differently, encouraged me to embrace who I am, and authenticity were strengths. Today, at 21 years old, I still have many lessons that they taught me, and I carry those lessons with a lot of pride. The way I approach leadership and mentorship in my community, the way I approach leadership, serve my community, and express myself is influenced by their guidance. Their impact has showed me a reminder that mentorship is not always measured by grand gestures. Sometimes it's found in a conversation, in criticism, or simply someone choosing to show up consistently and believing in you. The same can be said for volunteerism. Volunteers are often the quiet force behind meaningful change, giving their time, talents, and strengths to our communities and creating opportunities for others. To all mentors being recognized today, thank you. Your impact reaches further than you may ever know. And the lives you touch continue to benefit from the seeds that you have planted. Congratulations to you all being celebrated this evening, and thank you for being the difference and continuing to make Anguilla a better place. Good evening once again, and thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nestor Brooks, and I'm a member of the National Youth Ambassador Corps. It is truly an honor to join you this evening as we celebrate Mentorship and Volunteerism Month and recognize the individuals whose service and guidance continue to shape lives across Anguilla. As a member of the National Youth Ambassador Corps, I have had the privilege of experiencing firsthand the transformative power of both mentorship and volunteerism. These are not just concepts we talk about. They are values that have influenced my journey, strengthened my character, and inspired me to contribute meaningfully to my community. I have learned that mentorship is one of the greatest gifts a person can offer. A mentor's encouragement, wisdom, and belief in one's potential are often arrive at the moments when we need them most. Throughout my experience, I have benefited from individuals who invested their time, shared their knowledge, and challenged me to grow. Their guidance has helped me to become more confident, more purposeful, and more committed to serving others. Volunteerism has been equally impactful. Through various community initiatives, I have seen how acts of service, whether large or small, can bring together people and create positive change. Volunteering has taught me the importance of empathy, teamwork, and civic responsibility. It has shown me that every contribution matters and that each of us has the ability to make a difference. The National Youth Ambassador Corps has provided a platform for young people to find their voices and contribute to national development. It has helped cultivate a a generation of engaged citizens who understand the value of service, leadership, and collaboration. What makes mentorship and volunteerism so powerful is that they create a cycle of impact. Those who are mentored today often become mentors tomorrow. Those who are served through volunteer efforts are inspired to give back in turn. In this way, communities grow stronger, opportunities expand, and future generations are empowered. This evening, I extend sincere appreciation to all mentors and volunteers throughout Anguilla. Your dedication often happens quietly, without expectation of recognition, yet its impact is immeasurable. You are helping to shape futures, strengthen communities, and build a brighter future for our island. On behalf of the National Youth Ambassador Corps, thank you for your commitment, your generosity, and your unwavering belief in the potential of others. As we celebrate this evening, let us continue to embrace a spirit of service and mentorship, and encourage more young people to become active participants in building the Anguilla we all envision. Thank you.
The Anguilla Youth Parliament. After the Anguilla Youth Parliament, the Aurelia Kelly Primary School Student Council. And there are 3 seats to the front, and we have also 2 seats right here because I'm seeing the back is getting crowded.
Good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here this evening as we gather to recognize and celebrate the mentors and volunteers who have chosen to invest their time, energy, and experience into the lives of everyone present and to us as youth parliamentarians. My name is Electa Kyria Adams, and I am currently the Minister of Social Development, Education, and Library Services on the Anguilla Youth Parliament. And right next to me is our Premier, Karani Vanterpool. I would like to take a moment to recognize a few individuals who have generously volunteered their time, knowledge, and encouragement throughout our journeys as youth parliamentarians. I would first like to give thanks to God for granting us as young people the strength and courage and determination to be part of a program such as this. His guidance has allowed us to embrace this opportunity, step outside of our comfort zone, and grow both personally and as future leaders. A huge thank you to Mr. Joash Proctor for generously volunteering your time and expertise to guide us throughout this entire journey. Your commitment to teaching us the responsibilities and expectations as youth parliamentarians, while constantly encouraging us to rise to the occasion as young people, has been invaluable. A special thank you to Joyce Mills, Ms. Janelle Anthony, and the staff of B.W.I for your guidance and support. Thank you for investing in the next generation of leaders and creating opportunities that allowed us as advocates to grow and contribute meaningfully to our society. To the Honorable Josie Vanterpool and Ms. Deanne Kentis Rogers, thank you for your dedication to helping us develop our confidence in ourselves and our abilities to find strength in our voices, particularly when representing our island on the international stage. To the Madam Speaker, Tara Carter, thank you for your consistent willingness to support and invest in our development. Thank you for your Mentor and Mingle program you created, and it created a valuable experience where past and present parliamentarians could share their experiences, insights, and knowledge with us as emerging leaders. Finally, to Honorable Shelia Rogers-Webster, thank you for always finding a way to make things happen, not only for us, but for young people across Anguilla. Your dedication to youth development continues to create opportunities that empower and inspire the next generation. Many of us can look back on our own lives and identify someone who offered advice at the right time, opened the door of opportunity, or simply believed in us when we doubted ourselves. For many young people today, mentors and volunteers are providing that same support. A mentor helps young people see possibilities beyond their current circumstances. They provide encouragement during difficult moments, offer wisdom from their own experiences, and help build confidence and resilience. Many of us can point to someone who influenced our lives in a positive way, a teacher, a coach, just someone who took the time to invest in us. Mentors have the power to provide that same support for the next generation. Ultimately, volunteerism strengthens this impact. Every volunteer who gives their time to youth programs, community initiatives, churches, sports, clubs, or schools helps to create an environment where young people can learn and develop a sense of belonging. These efforts help meaningful relationships and recognize the value within the community. To all the mentors and volunteers present tonight, thank you. Thank you for showing up consistently. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and experiences. Thank you for demonstrating that leadership is not only about a position or title, but about service and commitment to others. The work you do may not always receive public recognition. However, the results are undeniable. Every conversation, every act of encouragement, and every investment made in a young person's life contributes to a stronger future of Anguilla. As we enjoy the evening together, let us also be reminded of the importance of continuing this work. Our young people need positive examples, trusted guidance, and opportunities to thrive. Through mentorship and volunteerism, we can help provide exactly that. Thank you, enjoy the evening, and thank you once again for the difference you contribute to making a difference in Anguilla.
The Aurelia Kelly Primary School Student Council.
Good evening. Good evening. Our poem is Dedicated Hearts.
Dedicated hearts like yours are not so easy to find. It takes a special person to be so generous and kind.
To care so much for your fellow man, a quality all too rare, yet you give of your quality, time, and talents for all in need to share.
So thank you for being a volunteer. We are privileged to work with you. We want you to know we appreciate you. You are not just. We want you to know how appreciated you are, not just today, but the whole year through.
We'll now call upon the Boys and Girls Brigade. Also, one representative.
Good evening, everyone. I am Chardonnay Anderson. On behalf of the Girls Brigade, I want to thank all the leaders, mentors, and volunteers who have invested their love, energy, and time into helping us grow. Girls Brigade is an organization that focuses on the spiritual, physical, educational, and service development of young girls. Living by its motto, seek, serve, and follow Christ, helping us to grow into strong, faithful, and responsible individuals. Here in Anguilla, there are 3 active companies within the Methodist Church Circuit: Bethel Church in South Hill, which represents First AXA, Ebenezer Church in the Valley, which represents Second AXA, and Zion Church in North Hill, which represents Fourth AXA. I am a proud member of the Fourth Company, currently serving at rank Brigadier. Being a part of this organization has been a meaningful journey for me, one that has shaped my faith, confidence, and character. Although I have only been a part of Girls Brigade for 4 years, I have benefited in so much from it. Through my time here, I have had many opportunities to grow in ways I never expected. From singing in church, reading scriptures, praying publicly, and even speaking in front of others. I wouldn't say I was shy, but I was never very fond of public speaking. However, being involved in these activities has given me the exposure and confidence to step out of my comfort zone and use my voice. These experiences have helped me to grow, not only spiritually, but personally as well. The guidance and mentorship I've received are not only seen within our meetings, but are also reflected outside of them in our daily lives, our communities, and across Anguilla. They have shown me that the true value of service and volunteerism is teaching me that the smallest acts of kindness and giving back can make a lasting difference. I am truly grateful for every lesson, every opportunity, and every person who has helped to shape me into who I am today. I thank you.
Let us give all the persons who gave tributes a round of applause. Thank you very much. Music has a unique way of expressing gratitude and celebrating community. Please join me in welcoming Miss Sharianne Francis, who will now present a special musical tribute. Miss Francis.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'll be playing When You Believe by Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. Sorry.
Thank you, Ms. Francis, for that rendition. Behind every successful program are stories of transformation, resilience, and hope. Tonight, we are privileged to hear first-hand accounts of being a mentor and volunteer in Anguilla. Please welcome our testimonials. We have here 3 lady testimonials, and I know Mrs. Bradley sent me some male mentors. I am hoping that one of you could come and speak after our, I think it's 4 women mentors. So one of the men from Mrs. Bradley's program, gear up for you to present after the women. So I'm first going to call Miss B.W.I. After Miss B.W.I, we have Sawyer Williams, Chanelda Connor, and Constable Kimber Monday. So you will approach the mic accordingly. And a male mentor from Mrs. Bradley's program. Let's give them a round of applause as they come. Okay, Miss Sawyer Williams. Miss Sawyer is hiding. Another male. This looks like an argument after, but that's okay.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sawyer Williams. I'm a senior juvenile care worker at Zenada Haven. My mentorship journey started with a phone call from DYC about 5 years ago. It was a phone call that not saying you should be a mentor, demanded me to be a mentor, actually. My mentorship journey started 5 years ago. It was a journey that I was not too fond of because I've been mentored most of my life. So the whole mentorship thing started about when I was 10 years old. So I was a grade 4 student at the Aurelia Keller Primary School, the quietest student in the class. A gentleman named Mr. Johnson took me in East End. Now, I've never been to East End in my life. He took me to East End, said, look, just follow my truck. And I was like, follow your truck. So I was lost. That led to me running a 100-meter, a road race, a relay, playing football, and eventually having about 52 medals, 2 records, and then I was like, what is this? So later on when I went to high school, I had a couple of friends, and they were like, oh, you should join this, and you should join that. I met Cassim Ford when I was in about 5th form, and he was then the president of the Anguilla National Youth Council. And he was like, we had a meeting in our block, and he was like, you guys need to volunteer your time and help others. And I was like, what is he talking about? Later on, I went to 6th form, left 6th form. And then I decided, okay, let's see where this takes me. Today, being part of the Anguilla National Youth Council, I sit on the board of the OECS Advisory Network with persons around the Caribbean whom I never met, who I think I would never meet currently, but because of one word, just do it, from Jice, that led to 7 years on a National Youth Council. Two important people in my life. So when I get up and I was like, okay, I can't do this, I got a call. Amani would have mentioned him, Neil Gomes. Through this mentorship journey, Neil has always been the encouragement that I would need. Neil would say, okay, let's go Colombia. What? Let's go Colombia. Let's revise this document. Let's look at its policy. He was like, okay, time for you to retire. Here's Amani. Here's Wendisha. You did it, it was over. My mentorship journey has taught me that leadership comes in all different places. I don't consider myself a leader, but persons consider me to be a leader. And because of that, and because of being a mentor and being part of the Job Link Up program, I've met some amazing young persons who are not what persons would call fit for purpose, who would be like, okay, this person can walk in the bank. I've met them, I've had a relationship with them. Up to the other day, one reached out to me and I was like, oh, he remembered me. And he always said, it doesn't matter what people say, it's just how they make you feel. So when he told me that, I was like, oh, really? So my journey is continuing. Currently, I still play football. I'm the head coach of a male team. I still enjoy running track when I can, with no trophies though, no trophies. I coach a primary school team. I've been coaching it for 3 years. Today I attended not only my daughter's graduation, but their graduation. And that has shown me that simple things can be great things. Because when I watched those little girls walk the stage, I could remember 4 years ago when they first kicked off football. And that is, for me, that is what mentorship is. Mentorship is encouraging persons regardless of how you feel, how you are having a bad day, because sometimes I have a bad day, and then Joyce would call, or Jan would send a message, be like, you okay? What's going on today? Simple little things. The encouragement, you never know what persons are going through, but the encouragement. Be a mentor, be a friend, volunteer your time. Yes, we have so much things to do. I finished at 6. I worked from 10 to 6 this morning. I went to a graduation. I've been doing things for everybody, but I found the time. 5 minutes, 2 minutes. You always can find the time to encourage somebody because you never know where it will take you. So everybody in this room, be a mentor. Simple. Joyce gonna call it every day anyhow, but just be a mentor. Say a good word. Reach out to somebody. If you walk on the park and you see a little kid, say hi, hello. Be a mentor. Those children, even grown adults, they never forget you. When you pass people, no matter where you pass them, remember the common words, good morning, good afternoon. Those simple words, just be a mentor. Encourage somebody. Have fun while doing it. Jan will make sure you have fun while doing it, but just encourage somebody. No matter how young they are, how old they are, just encourage somebody. My journey has grown me in enormous ways. Because on a regular point, I will not be up here talking to nobody. And Jan knows that, Ava knows that, Hoya knows that, all of them knows that. But be a mentor, encourage somebody. I've been encouraged to do public speaking, Jan. So just be a mentor, encourage somebody. No matter who you think they are or whatever the situation is, just encourage. Be a mentor, encourage people. Because the world has so much going on, but being a friend to somebody is enough. Okay.
Oh my God. I guess you leave your speech, Sawyer. She had a whole speech. Okay, to balance everything out, can I get one of Mrs. Bradley's male mentors, and then we'll get another female? Thank you, officer.
All the time, right? Good evening to everybody. I'm Officer Boynes. Sorry. All right, evening again. I'm Officer Boynes of the Royal Anguilla Police Force. Most people know me as, the legendary Simba. I don't know about from things from playing football, cricket. Thank you. Played cricket for Anguilla national team for over 18 years. Currently serve as the Masters captain at this moment. So it's a pleasure to be here. Over the years, I've got the opportunity and the privilege of, interacting with a number of young people through my job and through sports. About 5 years ago, teacher Sarah called me, and she said, "We need a coach." I was like, "What?" She said, "No, you play football. We need a coach for Orange House." Right, that's right. You know the champion. Let's go. 4 years going. And I took up that challenge, and it was a really wonderful journey to see how much simple things, just being humble, listen to the children, how much you can impact their life. And I'm happy to be here today to see the journey that a lot of them have gone through, where they are now and what they have accomplished. About 2 years ago, I was in the valley, and someone keeps shouting, "Officer, officer." So I'm like, no, being on duty, I think something wrong, so I'm ready to go. So this father, walking fast towards me, I'm like, what happened? And he like, hold on. And he stopped and he said, "Thank you." I said, "For what?" He said, "I thank you so much. My daughter is doing so much better." And he reminded me of a conversation that I had with his daughter who had gotten some trouble in school, and I sit with her for a while and I spoke to her, and she said, "My daughter is doing so good. She finished school, had her subjects, and she is in university now and all of that." And he was so appreciative for having just a simple conversation, how much it can impact. And that alone, that day, I almost cried, but you gotta hold it back sometimes. But I can encourage everybody, stay focused, help who you can help. It's just by a simple conversation. It don't have to be a whole lot. Also by just giving. Just sit and listen to our young people. And when you do that, you will see how much they have to say. Sometimes that's all they need, just somebody to just listen. So continue to do what you're doing, and you may not see it monetarily, but 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road, you might be sitting in front of the television and you see somebody on the TV and it's like, "Hey, I remember that young man, we had a conversation." And that should make you proud. And that should make us as Anguillians proud to be a part of such and to help our young people go forward. Thank you.
Ms. Chanel Lacona. The persons, we have Ms. Chanel Lacona and then Constable Monday.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chanel Lacana. I am here to share what a mentor means to me. A mentor is a teacher who helps others acquire knowledge, skills, and values. A mentor is also a role model. A mentor is also a role model, someone to whom mentees can look to for guidance, positive inspiration, and encouragement. A mentor may serve as a coach who guides, trains, and supports individuals as they improve their performance, reach their goals, and overcome personal and professional obstacles. Most importantly, a mentor can be a trusted confidant and advisor who offer honest and constructive feedback and creates a safe space for others to open up to when they feel comfortable. Through my experience as a mentor, I have formed meaningful and lasting relationships with my mentees. Many of them continue to check in on me, ask how I'm doing, and show appreciation for the connection we built together. These continued relationships remind me that mentoring goes beyond a single moment or experience. It creates bonds that can last, and it reassures me that in some way I have made a positive difference in their lives. In short, a mentor is someone who helps you grow into a better version of yourself. Thank you.
Everyone. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. I am number 110, WPC Kimber Lawrence Monday of the Royal Anguilla Police Force. To our distinguished guests, mentors, volunteers, colleagues, and friends, good evening. It is truly an honor to be here this evening and to have the opportunity to share a few words about the impact that volunteerism and mentorship have had on my personal and professional journey. When people think about success, they often focus on the individual standing in the spotlight. What is less visible are the many people who stood behind that individual, encouraging, guiding, challenging, and supporting them along the way. I can say with certainty that I would not be where I am today without the influence of mentors and volunteers who invested their time and energy into my growth. Throughout my career, I have encountered individuals who saw potential in me even when I doubted myself. They offered advice when I faced difficult decisions, provided encouragement during challenging moments, and demonstrated through their own actions what leadership, integrity, and service truly look like. Those lessons have stayed with me far beyond any classroom or training program. As a police officer, I have come to appreciate that mentorship is not simply about teaching someone how to perform a job. It is about helping people recognize their own value, build confidence, and navigate challenges with resilience. A mentor can change the trajectory of a person's life with something as simple as a conversation, an opportunity, or a word of encouragement at the right moment. Volunteerism carries a similar power. Volunteers give something incredibly valuable, their time. In today's fast-paced world, time is one of our greatest resources. When someone chooses to volunteer, they are making a deliberate investment in the well-being of others and in the strength of their community. In policing, we see firsthand the difference that community involvement can make. Strong communities are built when people choose to contribute beyond what is required of them. Volunteers and mentors help create safer, healthier, and more connected environments where individuals feel supported and empowered to succeed. One lesson I have learned is that we do not always realize the impact we are having on others. A small act of kindness, a moment of guidance, or an offer of support may seem insignificant to us, but it can become a turning point in someone else's life. That is the true power of both volunteerism and mentorship. As I continue my own journey, I hope not to only benefit from the wisdom and generosity of others, but also to pay it forward. Each of us has the ability to mentor, encourage, and support someone else. We all have experiences, knowledge, and perspectives that can help another person reach their potential. This evening, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the mentors and volunteers being recognized. Your contributions may not always receive public attention, but they create lasting impacts that extend far beyond what can be measured. You are helping to shape individuals, strengthen communities, and inspire future generations. Thank you for your dedication, your service, and your willingness to make a difference in the lives of others. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Special thank you for sharing those powerful experiences. Your stories remind us why this work matters and why we must continue investing in people. We now move to a very special segment of our program, the presentation of our appreciation tokens. This presentation recognizes the mentors and volunteers whose commitment and service have contributed significantly to the success of our programs. As names are called, we invite recipients to come forward to receive their tokens of appreciation. I will invite P.S. Richardson-Lake and Ms. Cathy, and also Ms. Mills to assist with distribution.
We will now call Miss Jennifer Gomes. And Miss Jennifer Gomes. We will call Mr. Neil Gomes, but we know Mr. Neil is not here, so. Ria Rita Warner Brown. Sawyer Williams. Okay. We'll move on to Bibi Sophia Ali.
Sorry, misunderstood.
Chanel O'Connor. Tarishma Gomes. Joshua Gomes. His wife is present? Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm on you clean up, so that close.
Arlette Gomes. Sarah Lee Benjamin. Kimaloy Murphy. Amani Richardson. Jennifer Smith. Zoe Roach. Not here. Okay. Jenai Gomes. Woman Police Constable Kimber Monday. Inspector of Police Shamela Duke. Wilma Mota Urena. Richard Stevens. Coach Williams. And last but not least, Officer Bowers. Bowens. Oh. Okay, I take that back. You're not last, but come ahead. Carlos Antonio. Israel Verhos. Israel? Okay. Elias Maynard. And a volunteer representative from the Blowing Point Youth Development Center. Okay.
Thank you to Ms. Cathy and Mrs. Richardson-Lake, Ms. Mills for assisting us with this distribution. And a hearty congratulations to all our recipients, and thank you for your outstanding contributions. To deliver the closing remarks, it's an honor to invite Ms. Avon Cathy, our Director at the Department of Youth and Culture. Let's welcome her.
This is just to pretend I'm taller. Good evening, everyone. As we bring the curtains down on this evening's proceedings, I will be quite brief But I can't end without endorsing all the thank yous that have been said this evening. I don't think one can thank people too much for doing good. And there are a couple of other things I want to say as well. If it doesn't resonate with you, I would like you to kind of look around the room and tell me in your minds what you see, because I will tell you what I see. What I see is that there's no cookie-cutter model for a volunteer or a mentor. This room has persons I've seen and known and didn't know they were working with young people and volunteering if I were not at the DYC and saw your names. It has persons I've never seen before, and the one thing that I am sure of is that you're all here because you care and you're willing to serve. And I'd like to ask you to please give yourselves a huge round of applause for that. And I'm going to ask you, and I don't know how my youth division team is going to feel about this, but I'm going to ask each of you to reflect on the presentation that Joyce gave. We made some big promises there. This is no easy task, but we are prepared to take it on. And I need you all to hold our feet to the fire. All of us in the Department of Youth and Culture, Youth Division specifically. I don't know that I can commit my culture team, but certainly the Youth Division. Ladies, please stand so the folks in this room know who they are calling to ask for when they find we are failing after we so beautifully presented, Ms. Joyce. Thank you on the things that we are going to do to lift our mentorship and volunteerism program. So please stand. Jan, Joyce, Lishana, let the people see you. Okay? We are not planning to make any empty promises, so we do need you to follow up with us because we have work to do in this country. A lot of work has been done, and we are here this evening because of what you are doing, and again, we thank you, but we know where we are as an island, and we know there's work to be done. And the last thing that I'm going to ask of you is to look within your family circles, your friend circles, and do please encourage other people to mentor, because one of the things we don't want is that we burn out those who are giving and who are doing, because that is also a very real risk. Okay, so it's a small island, our population is small, our needs are big, and we need everybody's shoulders to the plow. So let's broaden that scope. Ms. Mills is the person to call with the potential persons who could be volunteers. Reach out to us. We have work to do, and we are prepared to do it, but we need your help. Thank you, DYC Youth Committee, Youth Division. You are doing excellent work, and it is appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen here this evening, thank you all. And I will shut up, and we can now proceed to enjoying the fun stuff. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cathy. I'm hoping that all of us take that initiative, not just the division, but or the department, but each and every one of us here and around Anguilla. At this time, we invite the honorees for a group photo, and the photographer will guide us. After, we will transition into the cocktail area, where we do some networking and all the thanks and many thanks. Take the opportunity to connect, to share your experiences, to celebrate accomplishments, and strengthen the partnerships that continue to empower our youth. Before we conclude, I would leave you with tonight's thought. The true measure of our impact is not in what we achieve for ourselves, but in the lives we help rebuild, inspire, and transform. One mentor, one volunteer, one life at a time. Thank you for your presence, your service, and your commitment to making a difference. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the refreshments and safe travels home. Good night and God bless. So the persons we honored, can you come to the front so we get a group photo, including P.S. Lake and Miss Cathy. Mrs. Bradley as well.